Hey everyone, before we start, if you're in crisis, please reach out. Talk to someone. You matter more than you know. Today I'm sharing the hardest story I've ever told, about the night I sat in my car with a bottle of pills, convinced the world would be better off without me, and how a single verse became the whisper that kept me alive. From the outside, my life looked fine. I had a job, a family, a nice house. I smiled, I showed up, I functioned, but inside, I was dying. It started slowly, a creeping sense that something was wrong. I couldn't feel joy anymore. Everything felt heavy, gray, exhausting. Getting out of bed took everything I had. I told myself I was just tired, stressed, but it got worse. I'd sit in meetings while my brain screamed that I was worthless, that I was failing at everything. I stopped calling friends, stopped going to church, stopped doing things I loved. I was just surviving, barely. My wife knew something was wrong. Please talk to me, she'd say, but I couldn't. I was ashamed. Men aren't supposed to struggle like this. Christians aren't supposed to feel this way. So I suffered in silence, drowning slowly, pretending everything was fine. The thoughts started about 6 months in. At first passive, I wish I could disappear. Then more specific, more insistent. I'd be driving and think about swerving into traffic. I'd lie awake calculating life insurance, convincing myself my family would be better off financially if I was gone. The thoughts terrified me, but I couldn't make them stop. I knew I needed help but was too afraid to ask. What would people think? What if my employer found out? So I kept it hidden, kept drowning, until the night I couldn't pretend anymore. It was a Tuesday. Nothing particularly bad had happened. That's what made it so terrifying. I just couldn't do it anymore. I told my wife I was going to the store. Instead, I drove to an empty parking lot with a bottle of pills from the glove compartment. Pills I'd been saving, planning. I sat there in the dark, completely numb, not even sad anymore, just done. This is it, I thought. Everyone will be shocked, but they'll move on. Then my phone buzzed. A text from my daughter. "Dad, when are you coming home? I want to show you something I drew." Something cracked open inside me. I thought about her finding out, about my son growing up without a father. I started sobbing, the kind where you can't catch your breath. Through the fog, a verse came to mind. "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Psalm 34:18. I'd read it before, quoted it to others, but that night it felt like God himself was sitting in the passenger seat, speaking directly to me. "I'm here. I see you. I'm close to you. Right now. In this parking lot. In this brokenness." I put the pills back, and I called my wife. "I need help," I said. "I'm not okay. I haven't been okay for a long time." She met me in that parking lot. She held me when I fell apart. The next morning, she drove me to a therapist. Getting help was the hardest and bravest thing I've ever done. I was diagnosed with clinical depression, started therapy, started medication, started actually talking instead of hiding. It wasn't a quick fix. Recovery isn't linear. There were setbacks, hard days. But slowly I started to feel again. Color returned. I could laugh, hope, imagine a future. Here's what I learned. Psalm 34:18 isn't just a nice sentiment. It's a promise. God doesn't distance himself from broken people. He draws close. He doesn't wait for you to get your act together. He meets you in the parking lot, in the darkness. Being brokenhearted doesn't disqualify you from God's presence. It positions you to experience his closeness in ways you never could when you were fine. My mental health crisis wasn't weak faith. It was a medical condition requiring treatment, like diabetes or a broken bone. God didn't shame me for it. He saved me through it. If you're where I was, if you're crushed in spirit, barely holding on, if you've thought about ending it, please hear me. You are not weak. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not a burden. You are loved. You are seen. And God is closer to you right now than you realize. Psalm 34:18 is for you, right now. The Lord is close to you. He will save you. But please, reach out. Text a friend. Tell your spouse. See a therapist. Take medication if you need it. Ask for help. Your story isn't over. Your family needs you. The world needs you. And God has purposes for your life you can't even imagine yet. The darkness is lying to you. Don't believe it. Stay. Please stay. Thanks for watching. Here are today's reflection questions. What's one small step you could take this week to check in on someone who might be silently struggling, or to reach out for help yourself? Have you ever experienced a moment where something small, a text, a verse, a memory, broke through the darkness and changed everything? What was it? Drop your thoughts about the story in the comments below. Your experience might encourage someone else facing the same choice. If this resonated with you, hit the like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more honest conversations about faith and mental health. Remember, help is always available. You matter.